Hey, podcast listener, are you a hacker, techie, nerd, investor, founder, or ever wanted to get into this world? Join TechCrunch for its annual Disrupt conference in San Francisco, featuring the luminaries who aren't only making the rules in technology, but changing the game. Get a first look at startups disrupting machine learning, mobility, healthcare, robotics, and more, and hear from the world's leading investors and innovators. Visit TechCrunch.com and use promo code SPREAKER. That's SPREAKER for an exclusive discount.
This is episode 1196 of No BS Job Search Advice Radio. I'm your host, Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, and welcome! Welcome to another episode on the March to 1200, which we hit on Saturday. No other podcast than Apple Podcasts for Job Search is anywhere close. And my other show, Job Search Radio, is number 2. Now, today's show is a cute one, continuing my theme about preparing to job hunt. And I mentioned 2 resources here that's designed to help you open up your emotional side and help you identify some of the things that would serve you on a personal basis beyond simply the professional one. The professional comes along with this, but what's your true nature? Where do you really excel? Hope you find this helpful. Please give it a great review. It helps other people discover the show. And I also want to mention my classes on Skillshare. You can take classes on Skillshare about all sorts of things about job hunting. And maybe I've got one class about hiring. I know I'm going to do some more later in the year. But I'm also working on another project on Facebook. And I'll have more about that in the next couple of weeks. I hope to have that out in September. And with that, let's get going, okay?
I'm happy to be back today talking about another step in your preparation for job hunting. And this is the hard one for a lot of people and it should be the natural one. And it's what I call what makes your heart sing. Now, many people take the time to figure out what makes them happy professionally or a way to achieve it. Some people do it, but most people don't. I think what happens is that they work in jobs that leaves them deadened. You've learned the hard way that work is just something like work. It's painful. And this is an opportunity to explore alternatives that can make your heart rejoice and feel free. For a lot of people, that's an alien thought. But what are you really good at? What do you really love doing? What do you really love doing that someone would pay you for? I know for myself, I became a headhunter many years ago. And then there was a point where I decided to go to graduate school to get an MSW. And, I met my wife there. We decided to have a child, buy a house, all sorts of different things. So I shelved my psychotherapy practice idea and basically became a social worker for job hunters. And in doing so, and now moving into coaching, I started to share certain things and ideas that really get me excited. So the idea of coaching job hunters, more than, quote, placing them in jobs, has become something that really floats my boat. So for you, if you're not sure what to do or how to go about doing it, take one of the quality tests. I want to be clear when I speak about Myers-Briggs or Strength Finders or Core Map. Core Map I thought was an interesting one, CORE-MAP. And I'll put a link in the show notes for this one to point you to someone who will administer the test and give you a discount for it. But whether you do Myers-Briggs or Strength Finders or Core Map, don't do the online versions of the tests because they're just not validated. They don't necessarily cover all the material as well as a person administering the tests. But make an investment in yourself to figure out what your natural tendencies are. Now, I loved Core Map when I took it. I'm probably going to go get a core map certification to administer it, but I don't have one now. And even if I did, I wouldn't put it in the show notes. I'll point you to someone else, so you don't feel like this is a plug for me making money. But at the end of the day, people learn what their natural tendencies are and where they're really good at about their skills and their interests and what leaves them passionate. There was a book that I read with the fascination test in it. It was Sally Hogshead's book, How the World Sees You. Again, I'll have a link to it in the show notes. But when all is said and done, find what your true nature is and start exploring those possibilities, so that this way you don't have to be deadened in your next job or in your career. Even if you don't apply it in this job search, you can start thinking about it over the next couple of years and start exploring avenues where you can really maximize your true nature.
So that's today's show. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, here are a few ways that I can help you. First of all, you can hire me to coach you throughout your job search in every way imaginable. That includes a resume and or LinkedIn profile critique, interview preparation, helping you with a salary negotiation and or networking, answering your questions about your job search, giving you advice about a decision you have to make once you have the offer. We can work in 30-minute or 1-hour increments throughout your search. And the easiest way to talk with me about it is by connecting with me at linkedin.com/IN/the Big Game Hunter. Mention that you listen to the show. I just like knowing that I'm helping folks. And once we're connected, message me that you're interested in coaching. We'll do a free discovery conversation with one another. If you're not interested in coaching and you just have a few questions, the easiest way to do it is by reaching out to me through the Magnify app for iOS. That's Magnify with an I. Or if you don't have an iOS device, if you're an Android user or you just want to call me on the phone, do it through PrestoExperts.com, where I'm a career coach and job search expert. For those of you who've been listening to the show, you know that I always talk about JobSearchCoachingHQ.com. And recently, we've been changing the focus of the site to really emphasize interviewing and answering tough interview questions. If you join, you'll have access to curated information that you can watch, listen to, or read that's designed to help you find work more quickly, as well as videos and podcasts and other information. Again, an emphasis on interviewing and answering tough interview questions. You can also take my classes on Skillshare and become a premium member using the link in the show notes and get 2 months for free instead of the 1 month that the site offers. And the last thing I want to mention to you is schedule me for lunch. I do it at 12:30 most days, and for now I'm making myself available Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday for lunch at 12:30 Eastern Time. We'll meet over Zoom and be able to see one another. You bring something to eat, or if it's early for you, very simply bring some coffee with you. We'll sit and talk for 45 minutes. I'll answer your questions. That's less for $175. That's less than what I charge for comparable time for my coaching. So again, reach out to me through LinkedIn and we'll schedule a time for lunch. Have a great day. Take care.
Yeah, I walked the dog, gamed a little, played a little frog.
What does your morning commute sound like?
Hi, welcome to McDonald's.
Can I get a sausage McMuffin with egg and a bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit, please?
Kids back up, went back home, and I went to...
Here you go, Jim.
Here's to making your morning routine a little better. Right now, mix and match 2 select breakfast sandwiches, like a bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddles, a sausage McMuffin with egg, or a bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit for just $4. Breakfast at McDonald's. Single item at regular price at participating McDonald's for a limited time.
Hey, podcast listener. Are you a hacker, techie, nerd, investor, founder, or ever wanted to get into this world? Join TechCrunch for its annual Disrupt conference in San Francisco, featuring the luminaries who aren't only making the rules in technology, but changing the game. Get a first look at startups disrupting machine learning, mobility, healthcare, robotics, and more, and hear from the world's leading investors and innovators. Visit TechCrunch.com and use promo code SPREAKER. That's SPREAKER for an exclusive discount.